last very quick YouTube video to offer you some reminders of things to do to finish up. I have this in preview right now, and you'll notice that I have updated the checklist because I was having trouble, I guess, with OneDrive and constantly ending up with the wrong versions of multiple things. So I updated the checklist, and particularly you'll note that there was an error on the other checklist in terms of when the paper is due, and there was also a missing discussion for Bad Feminist on the Blackboard site. Now both of those things are there. And I did amend here that I would like you to finish the final exam by Monday, December 8th. However, the last unit exam I just posted, and you have until November 30th to finish that. In terms of earning all of your points for discussions, I will show you my preview version of the gradebook. And I've noticed that in my view of the gradebook, several of you haven't viewed the feedback on your assignments, and some of you did and did some extra credit that I explained in the feedback. But I just want to show you that when you look at your graded items in the gradebook, you want to view, meaning that's how you review your work, and it will tell you what your instructor's feedback was, which would show up right here. And in this case, it's the quiz that's showing up, or the exam, shall I say. If we're talking about feedback for something more like a paper or a discussion, you still just click view, and the comments show up in a different page. They're over here to the right. So this was my very bad submission. You can also look at the rubric to see how you did or didn't earn points for various aspects of your paper. And that's how to check your work. In the first couple of discussions, you were supposed to acknowledge that people answered your questions. And in the first paper, you had an opportunity to resubmit just a quick summary of the 3 sources and your title if those things were missing on your rubric. And since a lot of you didn't review the first paper to find out why your grade was what it was, you didn't have the opportunity to make up the points. But what I'm saying is that if you go in the gradebook and you review, then you can still make up your points. In terms of the second paper, I wrote a message to, I can't say all of the messages. In terms of the second paper, I'll put this in the announcement when I send this as well. You want to make sure you describe one of the images. Sorry, I always lose my voice when I try to make a video. So here is the lesson with instructions for the paper. Here are the videos in which you can see the images that I would like you to analyze. And then in the paper assignment, you can look at the instructions, you can watch the video, and you can also look at the instructions here, but you can also look at the rubric. And the rubric is important. Again, my window isn't quite big enough. You want to make a clear point. Well, push the arrow to find out how to do that. Is the image ethical, or is it an ethic of women supposedly being submissive or hypersexual, or something other than an ethics of equality? Because if it's an ethic of submission and female helplessness, then that could be harmful, as we know from Kilburn. So in each of the categories of the rubric, you want to read the qualifications and go for the top category that gives you the most points. I think that covers the majority of the updates I've made to Blackboard. And I will update you all about your grades and things that you might want to finish. So I hope you have a great weekend and a great Thanksgiving.